If you're watching this video, chances are you've probably already played or seen a friend play XCOM Enemy Unknown. I for one, it's been out for over a year, and I finally got to play it. And since Enemy Within just came out, I figured this would be an appropriate time to kind of review it personally, give my opinion about it. Frankly, I've been having a lot of issues with it, a lot of bad, major issues, some more personal than others, but still, it might be because I have the PSP version and not the PC version, or even the 360 version, which is probably even better. But before I address my major issues and rant on about why I don't really like this game, I'm gonna address the good things about it first. And now I'm not gonna show any of it because I assume that you've already seen what I'm talking about, or just in case if you haven't, I'm gonna try to go into as much detail as I can, because last night I got really pissed off at it and I decided to quit and delete all my save files. So I can't really show you any of it unless I would start a new game and then go ahead just to tell you or show you what my problems are. And I don't have, this is my only recording device and it kind of blows. So I figured it's best if I just tell you straight up instead of like showing you and feeling at that. Alright. Here we go. I'm going to do the pros first. The music. I surprisingly love the music for the most part. It really fit the atmosphere and mood and situation that is going on in the game. These are one of those games where I picked up and was not expecting the music to be a strong point, but I was dead wrong. The music is great in my opinion. It's just like it's one of those. It's a strategy game. I mean, like since when do strategy games have really, really compelling music? But this did that, and I really, really enjoyed it. It was, there are times where I was on the battlefield and was playing really, really epic music, and it just got me so pumped to get shit done. It was just amazing. The ant farm perspective and how you can build rooms and stuff to your liking, and generators and satellite uplinks. All those I really love. As a matter of fact, I love all the customization in it. From the you can like set each soldier up with their own thing, like med kits, alien grenades. Kind of set up your own strategy. Make your own research and stuff. I really enjoy the whole customization build of the game. It's absolutely phenomenal. It's genius. I love that. I love the whole customizing of the game. You feel like you're in control of pretty much everything. That is, until it all goes to hell and countries start withdrawing, even though you already have satellites on them and were not given terror missions. I'll explain that later. That's one of the cons I have with it. Anyway, and I also like scanning the planet as a way to pass time. I love that. And outside of it, it's kind of like freeze frame, so you can see your whole just what's going on without time passing on you and you getting fucked over. Scanning planets, intercepting UFOs with your fighter jets and stuff like that. Yeah, it was pretty. All that stuff was pretty engaging. All the HQ stuff was really, really good. I really like that a lot more than the combat, which is what I'm going to talk about in the cons. The whole combat. Bugs. Bugs, they're everywhere! And I'm not talking about like alien bugs, even though they are in the game. Like, hey, look, that four-legged purple alien thing that turned people into zombies and shit, and the zombies turn into purple things again. And oh, I hate those things. But no, I'm not talking about those types of bugs. I'm talking about glitches, bad glitches, and not just like little things like graphical bugs, even though they are present in the game. But I'm not talking about that. That doesn't really concern me. But like full-blown game-breaking bugs, really fucking bad ones too. Hey, what the fuck's going on here? Hey, hey, what the fuck? I mean, like enemies teleporting. It's like while they're moving, they pop in and out of game space, and you can't see them while they're making their move. So the only way you could tell where they are is if one of your allies are in sight of them, and that you can aim. It's just so disorienting, and I'm strongly convinced it's not like that in the other two versions, because that's just bad. There's no way this game could have gotten that good reviews and scores if it's like that. Just enemies, just. And another thing, when I advance at the beginning of each mission, sometimes when you go too far, the enemies will pop up and not only interrupt your turn, but they will also move in their own positions while they interrupt you. So let's say I take cover, I dash to cover. Two chrysalids, those purple, those purple four-legged things, pop up while it's your turn, and then move to your fucking position. And now my guy here, he's cornered. He can't do anything because he's already used both his turns, and now he has to rely on his other friends to get all the way over there. But you can't, because in order to hit the enemies and stuff, in order to protect him, you don't have that many turns, so you're fucked. But hey, you know what? That's XCOM! Yeah! That's bullshit is more like it. And another thing about the combat. Oh, the combat! Fucking hate it! Okay, the maps. I can't even say this without getting pissed off to the point where I'm out of words. Like it's got like tunnel vision almost. When you try scanning the whole map, you can't see it. It's like black fog until one of your soldiers is actually in that area. Then you can see. So if I were to try like dashing into it, assuming that there's cover in there, which most of the time there isn't, it really pisses me off, because then enemies get over there and just kill my guy. When it looks like, the black fog, you can kind of like see cover, but you're not too sure because it doesn't show up. The cover shield thing doesn't show up because it's kind of out of the light, the tunnel vision light. So that kind of pisses me off. I mean, I guess it's more of my fault than the game's fault, obviously, but still, come on. I mean, show the entire map. Don't show a tunnel vision and then go over there and then have the light flank over there. No, don't do that. Don't do that. No. Big no. No. Sometimes the camera is like reversed and our guys are facing the camera, so it's really hard to advance when you're advancing towards the camera. Like it's supposed to show the front side of the map where all the enemies are, and not the complete opposite. I know this because most of the time it doesn't do that. Most of the time it shows the front, but in some instances the camera just like automatically snaps to wherever you want, and you can't rotate the camera. You know, it's not like Halo Forge or anything like that. No, you can scan the map with the right analog stick, but that is it. You can't move the angle of the camera that is locked in place, and that really pisses me off. Moving back to the HQ, away from the shit broken fucking combat, is the countries and the situation room. I have a problem with it where I put a satellite on the country, okay, and not only does it keep raising, I do everything in my power, take down UFOs with interceptions within that continent, country, whatever, and it'll go down for a while, and then it'll go back up with the satellite on it. Eventually, it'll reach the full 5 bars, you know, the red, the panic, even with the satellite on it. But instead of giving me anything to do about it, like terror missions, offering me terror missions to go in, or like UFOs, it doesn't give me any of that. And at the end of the month, when I have the satellite on it and it's still in full panic, I lose that country anyway, and I lose the satellite that I put on it. What the fuck? Why? At first, I feel like I'm in control of the game, and then later on, I feel like I'm completely not in control of it. It just does whatever it wants. The game does whatever it wants. It's a fucking time limit. That's really all it is. That's all I see. All I see is complete the game and everything before 8 countries withdraw. And now I can accept that, but I can't accept it if it doesn't offer me an opportunity to lower the panic levels in certain countries without them withdrawing at the end of the month. Okay? It doesn't make any sense. And I've restarted the game over and over and over again, and I just every time I try resolving something or I try doing something right that I did wrong the previous playthrough, something else bad comes up, and I just can't deal with it anymore. It's just way too fucking frustrating. It's like all I see and all I do is just ineffective, and a lot of times in the combat missions, I'll have like a 100% chance to hit an enemy like who's 3 feet away from me, and I have like a shotgun with me. Okay, I shoot it, but I miss. Like, where the fuck did the pellets go? How is that realistic? If you're 3 feet in front of someone and you have a shotgun with you and you pull the trigger, chances are you're gonna fucking hit them! This game is nothing but a big fucking time limit. All it is it's just a time limit. And every time I try playing the game, I just die and lose and lose and lose and lose. It's like inevitable death. It's like this game is like nothing but a metaphor to me. Like no matter how hard you try, no matter how hard you try keeping everything in order, it's just delaying the inevitable. It's like life and death. You know, you try keeping yourself happy and keeping yourself happy, mentally healthy, physically healthy, but you're only delaying the inevitable, and that's your death. I don't understand the point of this game. I don't understand why so many people like it. I mean, sure, it's fun in the beginning, but then everything just goes to fucking hell. I'm gonna need some time to relax and think things through. I'll be back to give you my full conclusion of this game. Frick! Thank you! I guess my conclusion is this game is not a fair game. The enemies always have advantage of percentage of hits over you, even on easy mode, which is the difficulty I tried at. But you know what? You want to know what else isn't fair? Life. So, I think XCOM is kind of like life. You win some, you lose some. Or you win some, and you lose everything else. And when you kind of step out of your anger with it, it's really not that bad. Because I remember playing, SimCity, and even though I never beat it, SimCity 2000, even though I never beat it, I always had fun with it. I lost every time I ran out of money because all I used to do was make buildings and make roads and the whole recreational lot. And I guess what I'm trying to say is strategy games aren't my type of games, which is why I personally don't like it. But it's not a bad game. I mean, it's not a good game either because it still has glitches and it still needs to be patched even after 14 months of its release. But what I'm trying to say is if you love strategy games with turn-based RPG elements in it, you should really play this. You'd probably love it. Just in case, because I've warned you about the bugs, just in case, then maybe rentals are in consideration. So, personally, I'd probably give this game around a 3. But to be professional, as a professional, I'd probably give it, in its current state, around a 6 to 7. I mean, it's kind of a fun game, but for me, it just wears off. And I really can only speak for myself because I'm not anyone else. I'm me. I know what I like, and I like what I like. I do not like turn-based RPGs. I do not like. I mean, strategy games are okay so long as it's not. There's no roll the dice system like Ghost Recon. When you hit someone, you hit them. There's no, there's a guarantee that you'll hit them. It's not like, roll a dice. If I wanted to play a roll a dice game, I'd play a roll a dice game, or I'd play a card game, or I'd play a board game, because all that is luck based. I don't want luck based games. I like skill based games. So, yeah. Don't hate on me, please. I really tried to love this game, and in many ways I did, but there are so many little issues that I have with it, that these issues tend to come together and create one huge issue that negatively affects the game for me. But you know, if you're still interested, play it. You know, you could either rent it, or you know, it's at GameStop for like $15 now, probably. Now that the Commander Edition is out for like, you know, whatever. Or, you know, if you played the game before but then sold it and regretted it, then get the Commander Edition, then you can play XCOM Enemy Within alongside it. And I highly recommend against getting the PS3 version. Get the PC version if you can, or if you're too desperate for, you know, PC, get 360 version. Just don't get the PS3 version. A lot of PS3 version of games are just poopy, unfortunately. So yeah, thank you for watching.